is the Johnson Ranch campground or area. Down that way. Rio Grande behind, the Mexican mountain. Tierra del Carmen. This is the most southern point we go to. We start going back northeast, up that way. Well, we're looking south here, but we're heading north, just past Johnson Ranch a few miles ago. And we were passed by the guy in the Ural sidecar with the dog, and he hit this ravine pretty hard, lost his spare tire and his rack and his medicine kit and everything, and never slowed down. So we waited a while and we picked it up. We're gonna try to catch up with him somewhere, hopefully. Maybe he'll notice he's missing it.
Yeah, I don't see any other pieces laying around.
I didn't either.
Found everything else.
But I don't see what was holding it on, unless it had a bolt somewhere.
The jiggled loose.
And the nut came off somewhere. But I didn't. That could be anywhere.
Yeah, that'd be his problem putting it back on, I guess. Of course, I'll sell him some bungees if he's really hurting.
Yeah. Anyway, we got it loaded up.
I guess we better keep moving. Huh?
Yeah, he'll see we've got his spare tire. We probably will cross paths many times again.
We have a few times already, hadn't we?
Yeah, I guess maybe they are.
Well, we returned the tire and the rack to the rightful owner. They didn't fit our bikes too good.
Lucky me.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, you didn't see a tire and a rack and a medical bag. No, you didn't see a tire in the road, did you? And I said, no, I didn't see a rack or a medical bag either. And he said, you did see it, didn't you? And then he saw it strapped onto my bike. And I said, tire's on its way. Where are you from?
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
Oh, okay.
Did you ride this out?
Oh no.
Oh no?
Oh no.
We didn't ride these out either. We rode our street bikes out. Then we rode up Pinto Canyon Road yesterday. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. So what, you rent these here? Or?
No, these are our bikes. We brought them, trailered them from home.
Oh.
Another friend of ours came, and he didn't want to ride his bike all the way, so he put his bike in his pickup and trailered these two bikes. We had another guy that was supposed to come, but he chickened out at the last minute.
This is the first time I've been here with Euro. I've been here, you know,
Really?
with my 1200 GS, and yeah, I would ride that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's street worthy.
You know, this is not. It's top speed.
Yeah.
When it's in a good mood, it's about 55.
You were doing pretty good on the trail though.
Yeah, I go.
Until that happened.
Yeah, until I started losing stuff. Minor details, right?
Yeah. At least you didn't go too far before you realized it. We waited about 10 minutes on you, and then we said, well, we better pick it up.
Well, I appreciate it.
We'll catch up with you
And
somewhere.
there we stopped, and I looked and said, oh shit, I don't have all my parts.
There's mule ears.
There's the mule ears over there.
Yeah. And the chisos. And I think that's Boquillas Canyon right yonder. That's Boquillas Canyon, or Marisco. Drive that way. We're at the Mariscal abandoned mine site. Martin Solis discovered cinnabar quicksilver ore here in 1900. Ed Lindsay developed the mine and packed his ore by burro to Terlingua. W.K. Ellis bought the mine in 1916, constructed furnaces and shipped out 894 flasks of refined quicksilver before the price dropped following World War I. Several owners later, the mine was closed in 1943. There's a bunch of buildings and foundations and stuff here, but the mine is up there on the hill. That could be the refinery up there, and the mines were in the mountainside. We're about 20 miles from the main road. Mariscal Canyon's down this way. That may be it right there, over there. You have a telephone signal? Well, we're heading northwest towards the highway. We've got about 15 more miles or so. There's strange formations in these rocks, like sod or something, grass roots or something, you know, weird. Strange formations up there. It's showing 102 degrees down here in this valley on my thermometer. We're at Panther Junction in the seating area.
Are we, what are we gonna do for supper?
We're going up Chisos Basin for supper, the lodge, the restaurant.
Okay.
We might want to sit out on the patio if it's not too terribly windy. Watch the sun go down so we can ride home in the dark. Look at those yuccas, I guess is what those are.
Here's a guy talking about riding home in the dark and ain't got a headlight.
I didn't have to worry about anybody flashing their bright lights at me.
And,
My wizard.
Going up Chisos Mountain Basin. Huh?
What are you looking at out there?
That's called the window. It's the only outlet for all the water.
Okay.
The creek flows down there, and there's a 30 or 40 foot waterfall down there. You can't see the bottom of the deal. You can see it from up there, probably at the lodge. Can't see the bottom of the window.
Can you
But
get to the waterfall?
No, not from up there, but you can if you come in off of the Maxwell Drive
Yeah.
and hike a mile or two.
Hike a mile, yeah. From a volcano, isn't it?
Huh?
From a volcano, isn't it?
Yeah, dormant volcano.
Lava around something.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
Yeah, and then through the years, the water has eroded the window in the canyon down there.
Yeah. There's lava right there.
Yeah, all this sort of red
Yeah.
lava shoots.
You see the hose and
Yeah,
marks in it and all. That's a chunk
Uh-huh.
of lava right there.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can see the plumes of hot lava that have solidified.
Oh, you mean those look like trails?
No, the rock formation's going up, like the plumes of. Or,
Oh, so that'd be like the magna coming out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like hoodoo.
I'm sure there's an official name for those, but I don't know. Trees growing right up there on the top.
Got something.
There's quite a few up yonder, because that's getting way on up there.
You see them all at it.
That dark
I
strip
think-
right there.
These peaks are about 7,000 or 8,000 feet.
They would be still
Huh?
See that dark strip
Yeah.
comes
Uh-huh.
out there? I wonder if that's
Yeah.
water dropping
Yeah,
down
that's a
through
little waterfall,
Yeah.
probably cut all that through there.
there.
Yeah, looks like it.
looks like it.
Looks like the suburbs to me.
Looks like what?
The suburbs.
Suburbs.
Like come to the wilderness and you got neighbors 2 feet away.
Suburbs.
Be stepping on your neighbor. Come all the way to Big Bend.
Hey, I will tell you what's worse. It's KOA. We were stopped at one at Salt Lake City one time, and the guy had his lawn chair there, and he had to move his lawn chair. And when we backed into our parking place, we couldn't roll our window out on our truck.
Oh, really? He was that close?
That close.
That's pretty close. Well, in Yosemite, it looked like you could walk on from one tent to the other. They were so close together.
Well, that's
Just
Salt Lake
solid.
City KOA. All you KOAs
Tent peg.
have Oh, you
Antique
can't- that's
Indian
tent.
artifact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
From
Yeah.
a tent.
from an Indian.
It's off,
Intent.
it's off an Indian crossbow. Yeah.
I think that's Emery Peak, and then there's Casa Grande back yonder. Is taller than
tent
this
stake.
one, but it's so much further away.
It's kind of bend. You get to get
But
another
it's
one.
neat to see the moon coming up over that at night from your campsite.
I bet so.
Yeah, we don't have a pickup. Last one.
What's that?
We got to pick up so you can
Huh?
get back to
Oh, he's talking about
All you got to do is get it back to the camp. We got to pick up the camp.
You think they'd notice me dragging him behind my back?
Yeah,
going down the highway.
You think?
I think I'm just going to have the Big Ben burger.
Okay, you want fries with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll try to get that out to you guys.
Thank you. Hey,
I could have eaten a Big Ben burger last night, but somebody ate all the patties before I got around to it. Were there any patties left over?
3
4.
or 4.
We cooked 8, wasn't it, Al?
Yeah.
So now what's your excuse,
He
big
looked at all
boy?
8 of them over and over.
I know. Even when they was cooking, he kept looking at it.
I flipped them about 4 or 5
I
times.
know it. You already know how many we had.
I know we had 8. I said, how many do we have left?
They sure were small. Did y'all use all the hamburger meat, or just one
No,
package?
All of it.
Just one package.
How-
All of it.
You bought it. How much did you see? You saw 8 patties. How
They
many
weren't
you think
made in
you'll get out
patties.
of them little old packages of hamburger
Well, it was
meat?
3 pounds a piece.
You know?
Those, they were that thick, the burgers. The little bitty buns you bought, I made the patties that match the bun.
Yep, we sure did. And then you come in and I had to have them toasted.
No, I asked y'all if y'all wanted them toasted.
No, you didn't ask nobody. You just grabbed them, split them apart, put them on some tin foil, throw them in the dang oven.
Camera on
You know, like you was the boss or something.
Well, he is kind of.
Kind of what?
No, we don't pay attention
Kind of
to him.
useless.
He's kind of boss, but we don't pay any attention to him. It's not, it's not one of those bosses you pay any respect
I
to.
tell you, Larry's getting good. I can't tell when he's teasing or serious.
I've never seen Larry
He got you
serious.
good a while ago. He got you good.
I was trying to figure out how in the world
Larry,
that guy get
I've
it.
never seen you serious.
You had Cecil speechless.
Except one time when they said something bad about your Harley, you got serious.
Yeah, I can get serious over my heart.
You turn that off.
Aye. Well, we had a good meal out on the patio at the Chisos Basin Lodge restaurant.
Yeah.
Fixing to head back to Studi Butte.
Nobody earlier.
And I know it's
I know
good.
you're a nice guy.
I don't take it well. I just warn you right now. I don't take it well. I just warn you.
Yeah.
Fair warning.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say.
And you do pack heat.
That's the only thing I can say
Yeah,
when you
just like
click on
that.
it.
Yeah, you're dead.
How'd my bags get all dirty? Look at this. Yuck.
Riding shotgun.
Riding with Cecil.
Well, we made it back to the cabin just as the sun set over the mountains to the west. Gonna load up everything and head back tomorrow. We're heading out at Sunday morning about 8 o'clock. Well, we made it back to Sanderson in the wind and the cold. Can y'all see Larry's face? The wind's not getting to you, is it?
Nope. Anybody wants mine, have it.
We stopped for lunch here at this place in Sanderson. It's pretty good chicken fried steak and hamburger and everything. We're fixing to head back towards Rock Springs.
Yeah. We figured it out. Look at this bike. Look at that bike. Look at this bike. Where's he going?
Where's what?
Where's he going? All we gotta do is get this bike.
Huh?
Come out of that building.
Maybe they're open.
There's a camper there.
Judge Roy Bean, Visitor Center, Langtree, Texas. Finally warming up pretty nice. You don't see that around here too often.
What's that?
That saguaro cactus.
That's awesome, isn't
Been there a while.
it? Yeah, it has.
It's way out of place.
It might not be real.
Hey, Al. How you doing? Get a little cooler, wouldn't it? We're back at Rock Springs again for the night. Well, it's Monday morning, about 8:15, 8:30. We're about ready to roll out. Everybody's loaded up. It's a little chilly, mid-30s. Feels like it's 30. We're at the scenic overlook on the south of Llano River. Got a little water in it. Not much. Yeah. That's to keep the stupid people from jumping off the cliff. About 20 miles north of Rock Spring.
Is there a McDonald's at the junction?
Yeah, that's where we stopped the other day. We'll stop there. Might get then go on up to Mason and get gas.
Funny, my bike has so much wind, you know, coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah, you need this
I
thing
can
right
put
here.
my arm right here, and it's just quiet.
You need this thing right here. Crossing the South Llano River, north of Telegraph. Well, it's lunchtime and we made it to Bend and the store is open. And we got them cooking our Big Bad Bob's burgers for us. Sit out there in the sun. That picture on the wall was taken right here. The store was where all those horses were up real close. Back in the heyday. And that's the day, wasn't it?
Huh?
We're in Gatesville. Stopped to get a bathroom break and an ice cream or something. Hat's gone on.
I'll get gas too, Phil. Just make you feel better. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
If you're buying, I'll go ahead and get.
Anyway.
Phil, if you're buying, I'll go ahead and get some.
You need a buy for you?
Would you mind?
He doesn't feel that bad.
Oh, okay. Number stand by.
These are the still pictures that I took of our Big Bend trip in March of 2013. The riders were Pat McNamara off to the right behind Al's bike, Larry Whedon, Al Smith, and Philip Rickey, and myself, Cecil Self. This is at the Longhorn Caverns, scenic overlook of the Colorado River Valley. You can see the river right over Larry's head off in the distance there. We always go by here to take advantage of the beautiful views. And there's another view looking back a little bit different direction to the west. We went on back up to Highway 29, went west towards Llano, across the Colorado River, and then followed along to the north side of the Llano River, and about halfway between Lake Buchanan and Llano, the bald eagles have a nest right there on the side of the road and right beside the river, and we stopped to take pictures, and I didn't get any still pictures of the eagles sitting on the limb out beside the nest, but I did get some movie shots. There's another view of the nest. We went on to Llano and ate lunch at Cooper's, went on down to Rock Springs Junction, Rock Springs, and this is our lodge or cabins at Rock Springs at the Mitchell Lodge, which pretty rustic, but they did a pretty good job for us. It had 6 different beds, so we all got to sleep in a bed, and had a nice bathroom facility there and everything. And $100 a night, you couldn't hardly beat it. So there's another room of the look at the big bedroom there. Everybody slept in the same room. Larry, Philip, and Al, they're sitting on the beds. The next morning we rode on down Highway 674 to Bracketville, which was a very nice motorcycle road, curvy, hilly, scenic, and went on over to Del Rio, took a little break there at the McDonald's there, then we went on west on Highway 90 out past Comstock and stopped at the Pecos River Bridge overlook, and there's Philip with the bridge in the background. Here's one of the picnic areas there. Pat's fixing us a little snack lunch there to hold us over until we got to Sanderson for lunch. You can see the Pecos River going on down into Lake Amistad or the Rio Grande River right behind that pillar. And taking a few pictures and checking out the sights there. This is after lunch at Sanderson. We gassed up to make the long ride over to Marathon and Alpine, and we're trying to find a little bit of shade there. It warmed up a good bit. Actually, this is in Presidio. This picture is because Philip's on his dual sport bike, and there's my yellow DR650 there. This is Presidio at the Exxon station. Picture of the front of the station. Then we rode on northwest on the River Road 170, 36 miles up to the little town of Ruidoso, very little town, and where they're rebuilding this old Catholic church there, and they're making their own adobe brick. We found some brick inside or stones or building blocks, about 12-inch squares or so, 14-inch squares, and you can plainly see the straw in the solidified mud making the bricks, and they're coming along pretty good on it. They've got the roof and everything redone. The walls are all done. They just need to finish out the inside. So as you can see right through the church off into the distance there. You can see the mountains over in Mexico off to the northwest. There's a picture of the roof and the rafters. You can see the new wood that's been put in there to shore it up and to make it watertight. There's looking back towards the front of the church, Larry and Philip checking it out. Another picture of that. And then Philip and I took our dual sport bikes up the Pinto Canyon Road, and we stopped here about 4 miles out of Ruidoso, and they have a nice sign pointing the way to the Chinati Hot Springs and to Marfa. Keep going straight and you turn left to Hot Springs, about 6 miles over there. We didn't go to Hot Springs. We didn't think we had enough time to take an hour to go over there and check it out and come back. So we just kept on going north towards Marfa on the Pinto Canyon Road. There's Chinati Peak, which is almost 7,000 feet elevation there, off in the distance, several miles away. There's another view of it, more wide angle. And we continued on up through the Pinto Canyon branch for about 10-12 miles, and we climbed up to the top of the mountain ridge there, and it got to be a little over 5,900 feet. But at this point we had just crossed the mile mark of elevation, 5,562, and we've had a pull-off spot there. Pretty steep going there, first, second gear, most of the way, all the way up to the top. Very scenic. You could see for miles. 5,542, I believe. This is looking on up over the mountaintop where it just continued to climb for another mile or so at a gradual pace. This is that same pull-off area that we found there. That's looking back towards the south, towards Ruidoso, where we had just come up through those mountains. That's looking back down the road that we had just come on. You can sort of see the road back there following around the mountainside, and it had been climbing like that for a few miles. There's a sign that says you're entering private property on the county road, do not get off. That's the Pinto Canyon Ranch sign there. Again, says warning us not to get off the roadway. And this is the next day, which was Saturday. We went down to Big Bend National Park from Study Butte and went to the St. Helena Canyon there close to Costalon. This is where the canyon or the river empties out of the mountains. The walls are about 1,500 feet high at this point. Very impressive, and just almost straight up. This is the view from that overlook in the little roadside park area there, looking back at the canyon in the distance. Probably a mile away at that point, 3/4 of a mile or so. While we were about to leave, Bob on his Ural sidecar rig, along with his dog Hunter, came driving up, so we had to talk to him and check out his BMW knockoff from 1936 that the Russians made and are still making, and they're getting to be pretty popular over here. Pretty rugged vehicle, but I understand they have a lot of problems with them. Bob was out of New Braunfels, by the way, and Bob's taking care of Hunter's duty there. Anyway, Philip and I went on down to Costalon and caught the West River Road, the dirt road, and rode it all the way over to Rio Grande Village. About halfway through there, Bob and Hunter caught up with us and were just ahead of me when they hit a real big bump on a creek crossing, and Bob lost his spare tire, his luggage rack, and a medical bag, and a couple other things fell off, but he didn't know it. He just kept on going, so Philip and I loaded him on our bike, and we caught up with him shortly and gave it all back to him, helped him get it all put back together, and we rode on down to Rio Grande Village on the northeast side of the Big Bend National Park, and we all gassed up there, and this is Larry getting gas there at the Rio Grande Village. Little expensive and limited on your choice of gas. I know the regular was 409 or 406 or something like that, and the mid-grade was the best they had, and I think it was about a dime more per gallon. There we are at the gas station, just about ready to pull out, head back up to the Chisos Mountains. And here we are at the Chisos Mountain Lodge patio, looking down towards the window to the west, back towards Study Butte and Terlingua. And we had a very nice meal in nice plates with forks and knives and everything, not styrofoam like we were afraid we were going to get like we did the last time. Very scenic area. There's a better view of the entire window. The window's probably 1,000 feet down the basin, lower than we are, and you can see the mountains off in the distance towards Terlingua and Study Butte. In fact, I think our motel is right past that first big mountain you see right there in the center of the of the Y or the V for the window. And on our way back, we stopped at Judge Roy Beans, and I was going over to talk to Pat as he was rolling the window down. We didn't really go through the museum, but some of us went in, took advantage of the restrooms, and they were open on Sunday. Al's getting a picture there. Anyway, we came on back to Rock Springs, to the Mitchell Lodge that afternoon, and went in and offloaded everything, got ready to heat up our hamburgers and stuff, and eat a bite and turn in pretty early. There we are. You can see the little kitchen bar area over there with the microwave and lamps and refrigerator, coffee pot, TV and stuff like that. So here's a picture of Larry sitting on the bed by the bathroom, taking it easy, relaxing. And I tried to take my picture in the bathroom mirror, and all you can see is the flash. Tried again a little bit later without the flash, and it worked. And Al's trying to keep me from taking his picture here. And Philip's checking messages on his cell phone. There's my picture, but I covered my face up mostly with the camera and my hands, so still couldn't see me, which is not a bad thing. And Larry finally laid down and was relaxing, very comfortable. And I believe that's all the still pictures I had on this trip.